Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to a new year, um, 2020, a new decade. You know, start thinking 2020 is finally here after how many years have we heard about 2020 will be here. When 2020 comes, it'll be this or it'll be that. Well, welcome to 2020 and everything that it brings. Um, I wanted to make sure that I did this video and got it out to you guys on Monday. John will be leaving this week. I think he's going to be here today and part of tomorrow. And so, in honor of John, I have my Auburn University logo in the background and my closest thing that I've got to an Auburn orange sweater in honor of John. I just wanted to take a few minutes in particular and congratulate John on a great career and happy for you and what the next phase of your life brings for you and your family. We appreciate all you do and have done for the Coster team and for Labor. I think back to when you first came to Labor and you came in taking over for someone who had been in the Southeast for years and years and years and knew everything that there was to know about labor costing from the Southeast on one hand. And then on the other hand, you picked up Legacy T, who no one knew anything about. And so you had both extremes and have no labor experience or understanding and walk in with those two extremes. It was quite a transition. You handled it well, and you've been a great teammate throughout the years. I think one of the things that I really appreciate about John is his straightforward approach and willing to ask the tough questions that made us think and rethink our decisions. And I don't want to limit that just to labor and work decisions. I've had plenty of conversations with John, and it was he always brought up the questions that made me think about my perspective or my thoughts about a particular issue. So I always do appreciate that, John, and what you have brought to the table. And so thank you again, and congratulations again to you, and we hope the best for you as you leave and start that retirement phase of your life. With John leaving in the new decade, just to add a few more things that came to mind, I start thinking about change. Retirement for John is going to be a big change. It's also going to be a big change for John's wife, who's going to have to put up with him for more time every day. Some of us will pick up new roles as John leaves, and there will be change there. Some are just becoming empty nesters, and the change that brings. Many of us have gone through new bosses on a regular basis, and the change that brings as we have a new boss or a new job. Change often brings negative connotation with it. And I think most people don't like change. I mean, people would say, hey, in general, people don't like change. But according to some experts that I've been reading, it's not that we don't like change, we just don't like transition. John will love being retired, but it's tough to make that decision and make that transition from a paycheck to no longer getting a paycheck. Brad will soon enjoy being an empty nester, but that's a tough transition to go from having both those girls at home and their friends in and out all the time to now just his wife and him being at home. The transition isn't fun, but when you get on the other side of it, it's great. We grow to love new jobs, but the transition of moving and fear of the unknown is always tough. Should I take that job? I'm comfortable where I am. I don't know what that brings over there. And so that transition is uncomfortable. But when we get to the other side, it's usually much better for us than where we were before. Um, I think in general, most of us, to either a small extent or in some cases for myself at a large extent, fear that uncertainty that comes with change and that transition. And I just like opportunity for you guys to think about that a little bit. And as we go into 2020 and a new decade, and I'm talking about myself also, that we don't let fear that is there among all the uncertainty and transition keep you from driving a positive change in what we do here at AT&T and in your personal life. So give that some thought. Again, John, happy retirement. Congratulations. And we wish the best for you. For the rest of us, we'll carry on and continue to see what this year brings. Great to have you guys back, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Thanks.